Hello everybody, my name is Alyssa Cooper. This is Cooking in Quarantine, and today we're going to talk about fat washing bourbon. So how do you make bacon flavored bourbon? You don't just let a little raw bacon marinate around in there for a few days. I'm having my delicious mocha this morning. So anyway, I got up earlier today and I fried up a little bit of bacon here. And then I took the fat and put it into this sweet little ball jar, which I then added, as you see, about this much bourbon, shook it up really well and stuck it in the freezer. So now what I have here is a layer of bacon fat and a layer of bourbon. What I learned when I was learning about this technique, and here we'll give the bullet people a little pitch here, which is what I had on hand. I've been drinking this week. Thank you to Spike and Jay who donated this. I ran an errand at some point during our time in solitude. I love these little guys. So what I learned about alcohol is that the alcohol molecule is like this. It has two rough ends. One side is attracted to water-soluble things, and the other side fat-soluble things. So the alcohol molecules in here are able to literally soak up the fat flavors. So what am I going to do? I'm not really, the things that I read said that this might be good. You might want to make it like an old-fashioned, or you might want to make like a chocolate martini, or I guess it would be a chocolate Manhattan out of this. That's not really my thing. I'm a real purist. Hello to whomever is out there. I'm so blind I can't see. So anyway, I'm going to take this, and now that my fat is separated because of the cold, hello Tammy, how are you? I'm going to separate the bourbon and the fat. If I had had this in a little longer, it would have just cracked the fat right down the middle and come right out. But as it is, now I have this. I'm thinking maybe this fat should be used to make some beans, right? Bacon, bourbon flavored fat now is what I have here. And just a little bit more to come out of here. And so, since I'm not really a savory thing like that kind of flavors in cocktails, even though this is cocktail week, I decided that I was going to take advantage of this. And I found a cute little pork loin. And I thought what I can do is make a bacon, bourbon, maple syrup marinade for this. While then later, so I'm going to use half of the bourbon for this, let that marinate, and then I'm going to melt a peach into the remainder of it to make a little sauce for it, which I think will be great. So here's just one thing that I want to warn you about before you do this. When you're making a marinade with a lot of booze, you got to be careful with how you burn off your alcohol. I have nearly killed myself many times. That's, what you would expect from me, right? Because I'm likely to kill myself and everybody around. And then I'm going to put a little maple syrup in here. Oh, my maple syrup pops open like this. That around. Beautiful. And as it gets up and gets hot, I think it's going to be delicious. And then I'm just going to let that cool. I'm going to pour it over the meat. I'm going to let the meat sit for the better part of the day. Of course, at some point in the day, just a little bit of this on ice. My friends are actually working with Bullet here. And so next so now see, this is going to come up pretty fast to a boil. And then I always like to see if I can help it a little bit. So just give it a light and let that alcohol burn off like that, because it's the flavor. Of course, I'm likely to kill myself and everybody, but eventually, as long as you don't light the cabinets on fire, then the alcohol's gone and perfect. And so now we've got a nice little sweet, bourbon-y flavored, bacon-y flavored, everything. And I just realized I didn't even taste this. So let's see. Oh, that's great. There's no mouthfeel of fat on the bourbon. There's a great sense of baconiness to it, but it's really cool. So anyway, I'm going to let this cool a little bit before I put it on to the pork, because I don't want it to cook the pork while it's marinating the pork. And then, like I said, a little later today, I'll do the same thing that I just did, but I'll slice up a little peach. I found a really super ripe peach at the store, so I'll get a super ripe peach going in here and let that cook down with the bourbon. I might as well just ought to do that right now, right? It's just that I don't want to waste my peach. I want my peach to go on my, want it to be like a nice syrupy thing, right? A nice syrupy glaze to go on top of it. So that's all I know. I think I'm going to take my bacon. I have like a bacon and egg taco. They still haven't come to repair my refrigerator. 3 weeks today. But that's okay. I'm learning to live with it. So guys, I hope everybody's doing well out there. Whether you watch me live or on a replay. I don't look pretty eating. I shouldn't do that. But the mocha is delicious. So guys, really have a great day. At least it's not a hurricane here today. It's cool. The skies are blue. When I first turned on the camera this morning, I realized I was looking a little peaked. So I did a few jumping jacks and I'm looking much better. So I suggest for you to do the same. Do a few jumping jacks. You'll feel a little better. You'll look a little better. So remember what we do here the reason we do this. I cook so that I don't eat the same stupid salad every day for the last 136 days. Is that where we are? I cook because it gives me something to focus on other than myself and the circumstances in the world. It gives me sometimes something to share with my friends and my neighbors, the comfort of food. And, you know, that's the only thing we can do. Be smart, be kind to your neighbor, be a good community member. If you've got extra time, extra money, extra anything, now is the best time of all to share. So guys, find something good to do for you. Tomorrow, and I'm glad I remembered what we're doing tomorrow, I'm going to preserve some fruit with sugar and brandy and that kind of thing that we're going to put away and let it sit in a dark corner until Christmas time, and we'll pull it out and we'll use it for all sorts of things. I'm not sure exactly what yet because I got to go to the market and see what I can find. So guys, that's about it. I know it was a quick day today, and it was a quick day today, but that's okay. When the fridge comes back, I'll be here for long periods of time anyway. So I love you all. I thank you all for being here, stopping by however you come. In the next couple of days, I'm probably going to be shifting some of this over. Hopefully it'll happen automatically over to a legitimate cooking quarantine page. And that's that. So guys, I hope everything is great with you. Love your loved ones. Hold them close. Think long and hard about sending your kids to school because it doesn't look like it's pretty out there. I love you all. Have a great day. See you tomorrow.